One of the only ways to get out of a tight box is to invent your way out. If you double the number of experiments you do per year, you're going to double your inventiveness. The human brain is an incredible pattern-matching machine. Life's too short to hang out with people who aren't resourceful. What we need to do is always lean into the future. When the world changes around you and when it changes against you, what used to be a tailwind is now a headwind. You have to lean into that and figure out what to do, because complaining isn't a strategy. We've had 3 big ideas at Amazon that we've stuck with for 18 years, and they're the reason we're successful. Put the customer first, invent, and be patient. If you don't understand the details of your business, you are going to fail. A brand for a company is like a reputation for a person. You earn reputation by trying to do hard things well. You don't want to negotiate the price of simple things you buy every day. The common question that gets asked in business is, why? That's a good question, but an equally valid question is, why not? There'll always be serendipity involved in discovery. The thing that motivates me is a very common form of motivation. And that is, with other folks counting on me, it's so easy to be motivated. If you only do things where you know the answer in advance, your company goes away. The great thing about fact-based decisions is that they overrule the hierarchy. The best customer service is if the customer doesn't need to call you, doesn't need to talk to you. It just works. There are 2 ways to extend a business. Take inventory of what you're good at and extend out from your skills. Or determine what your customers need and work backward, even if it requires learning new skills. Kindle is an example of working backward. I'm skeptical of any mission that has advertisers at its centerpiece. I like treating things as if they're small. You know, Amazon, even though it is a large company, I want it to have the heart and spirit of a small one. The key thing about a book is that you lose yourself in the author's world. Your margin is my opportunity. We expect all our businesses to have a positive impact on our top and bottom lines. Profitability is very important to us, or we wouldn't be in this business. In the old world, you devoted 30% of your time to building a great service and 70% of your time to shouting about it. In the new world, that inverts. I'd rather interview 50 people and not hire anyone than hire the wrong person. Market leadership can translate directly to higher revenue, higher profitability, greater capital velocity, and correspondingly stronger returns on invested capital. I knew that if I failed I wouldn't regret that, but I knew the one thing I might regret is not trying. It is difficult for us to imagine that 10 years from now, customers will want higher prices, less selection, or slower delivery. Our belief in the durability of these pillars gives us the confidence required to invest in strengthening them. There are two kinds of companies, those that work to try to charge more, and those that work to charge less. We will be the second. The most important single thing is to focus obsessively on the customer. Our goal is to be Earth's most customer-centric company. Our point of view is we will sell more if we help people make purchasing decisions. A company shouldn't get addicted to being shiny, because shiny doesn't last. We see our customers as invited guests to a party, and we are the hosts. It's our job every day to make every important aspect of the customer experience a little bit better. It's hard to remember for you guys, but for me it's like yesterday. I was driving the packages to the post office myself, and hoping one day we could afford a forklift. The one thing that offends me the most is when I walk by a bank and see ads trying to convince people to take out second mortgages on their home so they can go on vacation. That's approaching evil. All of my best decisions in business and in life have been made with heart, intuition, guts, not analysis. If you can make a decision with analysis, you should do so. But it turns out in life that your most important decisions are always made with instinct and intuition, taste, heart. I believe you have to be willing to be misunderstood if you're going to innovate. Invention is by its very nature disruptive. If you want to be understood at all times, then don't do anything new. If you're not stubborn, you'll give up on experiments too soon. And if you're not flexible, you'll pound your head against the wall and you won't see a different solution to a problem you're trying to solve. The thing about inventing is you have to be both stubborn and flexible. The hard part is figuring out when to be which. I think frugality drives innovation, just like other constraints do. One of the only ways to get out of a tight box is to invent your way out. It's not an experiment if you know it's going to work. If you decide that you're going to do only the things you know are going to work, you're going to leave a lot of opportunity on the table. The keys to success are patience, persistence, and obsessive attention to detail. If you do build a great experience, customers tell each other about that. Word of mouth is very powerful. What we want to be is something completely new. There is no physical analog for what Amazon.com is becoming.